Hi everyone, this is Ms. Shepard, the instructor for Introduction to Phlebotomy. And I just wanted to do a quick video for everyone who unfortunately missed the first face-to-face meeting of their lab, which would have been the SO2 lab. And you can see this where it says right here on your screen, Introduction to Phlebotomy, and you see Allied Health ALHT 102 SO2 lab. That's the Thursday lab. So if you're looking for things, if I tell you, hey, go on Canvas and look at something that I posted on your lab, you want to look for that Intro to Lab at the top. See at the very top, it says Intro to Lab, Allied Health 102L SO2. This is the class you will look in. I will do another video on the class that's for your lecture, okay? But we're talking about lab right now because the Thursday group, SO2, missed lab on Thursday due to Hurricane Laura. So the thing is this is a hybrid class, okay, which is not what we've done before, but it works. We can make it work, okay? And so what we do is all your hands-on stuff, things that you need to be doing hands-on, skills you need to learn. And guys, remember, whether you're studying phlebotomy, respiratory therapy, or nursing, these skills that you must know, this information you must know, okay, you're not going to learn it if you don't go over it and over it and over it, okay? That's the way you get it into your brain. That's the way you learn it, okay? I'm going to give you all the tools you need to be successful in this class, but I need you to take those tools and actually do the work that I ask you to do. If you do the work I'm asking you to do, it won't be easy, but if you do what I'm asking you to do, I promise you will get a great grade in this class, okay? So like I said, this is how you know that it's your lab class. So if I send you an email and say, hey, go into Canvas, I posted a video for you to watch in your lab class. This is where you want to be. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go over here. We see over in this far left-hand side where it says modules, right? Let's click on that. Okay, the first thing that comes up is learner support. This is just things that helps you, okay? But let's go down from that a little bit, and there's that start here, right? That was on your main page. And it says for you to download your syllabus, download Chapter 1 study guide only, and purchase your supplies. So if you click on this little box where it says black binder, study guides, guides for tests, quizzes, it has your lecture final exam, quiz, all this information. It is a lot of information. You'll hear me say this a lot, guys. We cannot eat a steak whole, so we have to cut it up in piece by piece. We get overwhelmed when we try to do something that big. So what I want you guys to do is focus on this. Now we're talking about lab right now. What I want you to do for lab is watch this video and pay strict attention to me, okay? Because the black binder that I'm telling you about, you need to purchase that 1-inch black binder, okay? And you need to print out Chapter 1 study guide only. Put that in your black binder and then go over to your lecture class, and I'm going to do a small video on how to get to it on Canvas if you're getting lost, okay? And watch the PowerPoint presentation videos that are under the modules. And I'm going to do a video just like this one detailing those modules. I have 3 videos on there for lecture, okay? You will watch Video 1 on Chapter 1. You will have that Chapter 1 study guide out next to you, and as you're watching that video, you will fill in that study guide. You will read Chapter 1 in your phlebotomy handbook textbook, and you will study that study guide. Your first test and lecture will come from Chapter 1, Chapter 6, and Chapter 7. That's in lecture, okay? And all 3 of those videos, for Chapter 1, for Chapter 6, and for Chapter 7, are all 3 already up, okay? But start with Chapter 1. Make sure you watch that PowerPoint presentation, print out your study guide, fill it out, read your Chapter 1 in your textbook, okay? When you come to lab on Thursday, I will hand out a big packet of all the rest of the stuff that goes into your black binder for lecture. And then you can start focusing on Chapter 2, and once you get it done, Chapter 6, then you can move on to Chapter 7. And those are all the things for lecture. Lecture involves it's an online course, so you will have PowerPoint video presentations and discussions and things like that on your Canvas. You will use the information that I give you, except for that Chapter 1 study guide. You will put it in your black binder, you will organize it and tab it, and you will use it to do your online lecture course. You will turn that black binder in at the time of our first test in lab, and you will get a grade on it. You will be graded on whether all the stuff is in your black binder, whether it is tabbed and organized, and whether you have been filling out your study guides or not. This is not only will this stuff help you make an A on your test, but it will also get you free points. Why wouldn't you do it, right? So you can click on that right now if you want to, or you can go to the lecture class and click on it and deal with that. So that's lecture, right? Black binder with all your study guides in it, your phlebotomy handbook, and you go on your Canvas course, right? So let's talk about lab. So we're going to go down here, a little information about me. You will get a course evaluation for this course and your lecture course. I will give you bonus points for filling that out. Lab helps, right? This is a lot of really good information that will help you. Like I told you, I'm going to give you everything you need. No surprises. But if you're not willing to take the time to log onto this course, to pull up this section that says how to tie a tourniquet, perform venipuncture, and look at it and start getting an idea of how it flows. If you're not willing to pull up this section that says pictures of phlebotomy equipment and start learning that equipment by sight, what it looks like, what it is, okay, you're going to have a hard time. If you want to go ahead, I'm going to give you a copy of this in your white lab binder. But Appendix A is tube colors, labs, and special handling. Okay? If you'll notice at the top of Appendix A, it'll say Lab Test 1 through 10. These are the 10 things you will need to have memorized and burned in your brain before we take Lab Test 1, because it will be on there. Okay? Now, having said that, you can pull it up and look at it. If you can't print it out, that's fine, because you're going to get a copy of that and Appendix B, which is your case studies. They will all be in the white lab binder I will hand out to you in class this Thursday. But if you want to go ahead and get a jump on it, pull up that Appendix B and start looking at that, okay? Now, again on that, get a jump on it thing, right? I'm going to hand out your white lab binder to you Thursday in class. If you want to get a jump on things, which I would if I were you, I would go ahead and print out Chapter 1 and the Chapter 1 study guides, okay? Because remember, the test and lecture is on Chapters 1, 6, and 7 that will be in your black binder and in your phlebotomy handbook textbook. Your test and lab will be based off Appendix A and Chapters 1 and 2 in their study guides, okay? So let's keep going down. Don't worry about that lab final exam study guide. We can't eat a steak whole. That's too far in the future, okay? But you may want to go ahead and start looking at these two articles, long nails and patient switch bed articles, because there will be essay questions on our first test about these two articles. So go ahead and start reading them. And I give you, when I hand out your packet for your black binder, there will be the essay questions that I'm going to ask you. I've provided them for you. You need to read the articles and to start practicing what you're going to write out for your essay, so you will be ready for your test, right? And then we have tube color flashcards. You can start studying that, and some other tube color flashcards. Learning these tubes and the additives in these tubes and the department that these tubes are delivered to in the lab is going to take some time. So you guys need to start studying this, okay? And we'll talk about it on Thursday. But if you want to get the jump, start opening this stuff up. Start looking at it. Start reading your textbook, okay? Again, there's another place for you to print out the study guides for Chapter 1 in lab. I would only focus on Chapter 1 right now, okay? Then we go down. Here's our modules, right? Module 1. It's for week 1 through 3. If you click on this, the video that I've been talking about that I presented in class last week that you guys did not get to see it's right here, okay? So let's click on it. Okay, and here it's required reading, right? We read Chapters 1 and 2 in your white lab binder that you receive in class. But if you want to get ahead of the game, go ahead and print out or read Chapter 1. You can pull it up on your computer and read it, and print out Chapter 1 review guides and get started on that, okay? Let's go down. There it is right there. You push play, and this is Lab 1 Introduction to Phlebotomy, okay? So go through this video Okay, so that when you come to class on Thursday, we will be moving rather fast. Okay, because you've already missed one day and we only get to see each other once a week. Okay, so if you don't take the time to thoroughly watch this video and get and look at that lab equipment, right? Remember I had said up at the top where it said lab helps? If you watch this video and then you go back to your modules, okay, and then you go down to lab helps and you look at this one, how to tie a tourniquet and perform venipuncture, and pictures of phlebotomy equipment, you will be ready for Thursday, okay? But if you don't watch the video and you don't pull up this how to tie a tourniquet and perform venipuncture, and you don't pull up this pictures of phlebotomy equipment and start studying this stuff and read chapter 1, you are going to feel lost a little bit because we will be moving fast. That's why this is a hybrid class, right, guys? We meet face-to-face in class and go over things, which we will do on Thursday, and we use the computer to fill gaps. And those gaps are us getting that knowledge that we just need to see, right? And then when we come to lab, we use the things that we saw to do it hands-on, okay? So help yourself. I'm trying to help you. Make sure you do these things for me, okay? And I'll see you guys in class on Thursday, and we will, I will hand out all the rest of the stuff you need, and we'll go over this stuff briefly. Have a great day. See you Thursday.